I mean, it's a really good RDA, but some of these names are getting out of hand. Like, what the hell does Peerless even mean?
Peerless. You know, unequaled, unrivaled, incomparable, matchless, unrivaled, beyond compare / comparison, unparalleled. You want me to go on?
No, I get it.
Are you sure? Unsurpassed, unsurpassable, non-parallel.
I said I get it.
You just want to should review it?
Yeah.
Okay. What up, YouTube? Welcome to Between Two Beers. I'm Justin, aka Dub.
I'm Ryan.
And it's game day. At least when we're filming this, it is. Anyway.
If you like sports. Anyhow.
Anyway, guys, so we're doing another RDA review. We're trying to squeeze some more of these into our normal lineup because, you know, RDA's just fucking rocked. Who doesn't like to drip? Unless you're the Surgeon General, then he thinks dripping's dangerous.
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah, today we're looking at the Peerless by Geekvape. This is another one we know has been out for a little while, but we haven't reviewed it. We both...
This one kind of came out of left field in one instance because so many RDAs now are priced between like $60 to $100. And you almost think like, oh, if it's got to be, you know, to be a good RDA, it's got to be priced accordingly. And these things are like proves that that's not the case.
They're like 20 bucks, and it's a damn good vape. So we're going to dive down close really quick, unbox one, I'm going to do a build on one, and then we'll come back out and talk about it. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, here's going to be a quick up close look at the Peerless by Geekvape. Here's the packaging that the Peerless comes in. Got everything included in the package on here. Yeah, pretty typical Geekvape packaging, kind of these jewel case style. Right here is the Peerless itself. We'll pull that guy out. And then under this little flap here, you have a separate top cap that you can use instead of the acrylic top cap. If I can get this guy out of here. This top cap is capable of using an 810 goon size drip tip, and then it's got the O-ring in there, and then obviously you've got your adjustable airflow around there. I kind of personally prefer the acrylic drip tip. It's kind of super short and stubby, but very, very comfortable. But anyway, other than that, you get your Geekvape tri-tool, which these things are amazing. I have like 10 of them now, and I keep all of them in case I ever lose one. But and then you have just a spare bag, or a bag full of spares. You've got a bunch of O-rings, some extra screws, and a squonking pin you can see right there. I want to pull one of these post screws out of here just to show you. On the outer two screws on the deck, they're like normal post screws, but then on the inner two, they're actually a normal post screw on the top, and then there's just this little pin on the bottom. And I'll show you exactly how that works here in just a minute. But I just want to show that up close. These are pretty kind of ingenious, honestly. Get this out of the way here, and then here is the Peerless itself. This is a 24mm RDA. You've got your airflow on either side. You've got, I believe, nine slanted airflow holes. They're not slanted down in like the recoil or the Dead Rabbit or anything, but just on the slant there. All right. Anyway, up top here you've got your acrylic drip tip, which is really short and kind of wide bore, but this thing is very comfortable. It looks like Ultim, but it's not. It's actually acrylic. And then on the bottom, you have your Peerless logo here. Let's see if I can get this to focus a little better. Got your Peerless logo there. Got some regulatory stuff, and then designed by Geekvape, and then I believe that is just a serial number. But down here you've got your gold-plated 510 pin here. It protrudes a little bit. I don't know that I would use that on a hybrid mod, but I don't use hybrid mods anyway. But and then you have your negative post screw right there. So let me throw this on a mod really quick. Pull that top cap off. It's a little easier to see the airflow now. I've got it off of there. So you got those slanted airflow. I've got one section of those cut off. As you turn the airflow adjustment, it'll cut each row of those off to where you can have, you know, obviously all of them wide open or just one of them open. But then here is your deck. I really like building on this deck. It is super easy. You've got an unbelievably deep juice well in there. Everything gold plated, really nice. They've got the heat treated screws up here. And then yeah, like I was showing you with that post screw, as you wind this guy out, you can see the bottom of that post there opens up, and as you tighten it down, that is that actual bottom pin section, and then the threading is actually on the top portion here. So the way this deck kind of works is you can either, I think the way they designed it is where on the top 2 holes you can put smaller like round wire builds, and then on the bottom 4 holes you can just put your big massive coils. And I'm going to throw some aliens in here in a minute. But and then like I said, as you tighten those down, just the pin portion will trap your leads down there in the bottom part, and then if you tighten down the actual, just the outside post screws, then it's just a normal grub screw. This deck is incredibly easy to build on. That's one reason we really wanted to do a review of this RDA, is because the deck is just phenomenally easy to build on. Again, you've got a crazy deep juice well here. You got to leave your cotton a little bit longer to get all the way down in there, but again, super easy. I'm going to go ahead and pause for just a quick second and throw a build in this thing and show you just how easy it is to build on. So we'll be right back.
Alright guys, that was the up close of the Geekvape Peerless RDA.
Absolutely. As you can see in the up close, the deck is super simple.
Very simple.
Super simple. I couldn't get the airflow to really show up on the camera, but it does have adjustable airflow with those slanted airflows, and it'll close off one row at a time.
It's like perforated.
Yeah, it's almost perforated.
And I will say, by doing that, this has amazing airflow.
It's very smooth airflow, especially for a dripper in this price point. I'm going to jump right into it. Pros and cons. Cons, I don't really have too many cons considering the price point we're talking about here.
Right. The price point on this is going to be basically the... Now, one of the first things that I'll say I noticed, the O-rings on this thing are not bad. They are not bad at all.
Not terrible,
they're sufficient. However, they get a little too much juice on them, and they just...
they get a little loose.
They get a little wonky. So that could be a slight con in my eyes. But once again, guys,
we're talking about
$20.
Talking about a $20 dripper here.
You know, 20, $25 give or take.
Right. Yeah, pros. It's cost effective. It's affordable. This is one that you can literally afford to just, hey, I want to try a dripper. What do I buy? Don't buy a $16 Chinese knockoff of a recoil, just pick something like this up. You know, it's a real. It's not a clone of anything. It's a real.
It's its own thing.
Its own thing. It's a great vape.
It looks really good. Now,
it looks nice.
I know a lot of people aren't crazy about the yellow tip and everything, but the nice thing is they included that
second top cap.
Top cap, so you can 810 compatible. Yeah. So that's nice.
Yeah, the flavor on this thing is stellar.
Yeah, and because of, at least with this drip tip specifically, you get a really nice hot vape right off the coils, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, it's a solid mod for the price point. I absolutely recommend, especially if somebody's like, oh, I think I want to get into dripping, but I don't want to go and spend 60 bucks.
You don't want to spend $60 on a goon or something.
This would absolutely be the answer to it.
Again, you can afford to just try this, and if you don't like it, you're out 20 bucks. I know it's a pro to a lot of people. It comes with the squonk pin. He's actually squonking that right now. I forgot to do it in the up close, so I'm gonna squonk. It works nice. It's raised a little bit, so it comes out and then down and over to your wicks, which is nice.
Just a little plug, in case you're curious. I'm using the Wotofo RAM squonk box. It is an unregulated, it's an unregulated box mod, guys, made of resin. That review will be coming later on, but big shout out to Wotofo for that, because this thing is just awesome.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it's a great little mod.
This is the first RDA that I used to try squonking, and you know what, guys? It works great. As you can see in that little clip we have, it's raised up just enough to where the juice doesn't backfeed into the squonk tank.
Right.
And like I said, guys, whether you're going to squonk with it, whether you're just going to use it as a regular dripper, this thing is great. It hasn't let me down. I've had no quality issues with it.
Yeah, absolutely. The finish is holding up nice.
Another nice thing I like that they're doing, that a lot of other RDAs are going with, you have just about any color you could want to choose from. There's an array of colors, from blue to black to green to whatever you want.
Pink, I think.
Pink, yeah. You know, it's
a huge pro for me is the juice well. The juice well on this thing is
super deep,
really deep. You can put a lot of cotton in there, and then you can
use a diving board and dive into the juice well. Guys, I mean, this thing's just deep, and it doesn't make the RDA obnoxiously large or tall. Like I said, this is a 24 mil RDA, and I'm just, that seems to be the magic number between 25 and like 24.
Yeah,
seems to be. I don't get any overhang on most of anything that I'm using or anything like that. So it's a clean cut RDA. The fit and finish of it's really nice. Like I said, the O-rings are could be a little bit better, but not to the point that would deter me away from purchasing one.
Right. Yeah, I've definitely had worse O-rings on much more expensive drippers. So
I mean, are there better RDAs out there? Yeah, I mean, I think that the Recoil Rebel's a better RDA, but like I said, once again, with the price point,
we're talking about price here.
I think that you just cannot deny for a standalone non-clone RDA that this is just the way to go. I like the fact, like I said, the perforated air holes lead to a very smooth vape, and it's adjustable, so you can have as much air or as little air as you want.
This thing gets very airy when it's wide open, and you can choke it off to where there's hardly anything coming through, which is
nice. One thing, I've said it 1,000 times with the RDAs, with me personally, I cannot stand a turbulent airflow RDA. It leads to a very harsh vape. Now, I know some guys who like a really harsh throat hit. They like that turbulent airflow, but me, I'm sorry, I want it buttery smooth. I want it to go down. You know, I want it to go down like Pam Anderson swallows Tommy Lee. You know what I mean? I want it just smooth.
That's a throwback, right?
I know, right? Kids in the 1990s, it was a big deal. She was a porn star, or she was a Playboy model, but, you know.
Anyway, so, this thing, again, for the price, I keep going back to that, and I'm sorry to keep going back to that, but this is the best RDA I've ever used and or bought for the money. I want to stress for the money. There are better RDAs out there, but for the money, I would argue this is the best. I think you got to
look at it as, you know, just the standard Recoil will run you $60. The Recoil Rebel will run you $60.
Right.
The Goon will run you $60.
Yeah.
You know, even the Dead Rabbit's up there in about like 35 bucks. You know, so like I said, for the price point, 25. I mean, some places sell it for right at about 30, but it's going to be under 30 bucks 90% of the time. And I think on that, you can't help it. It's a stellar vape.
Yep.
I will find myself going to this RDA even with having all those different RDAs in front of me, like,
right.
you know, fuck it, I feel like doing the Peerless today.
Right. The fact that it comes with the squonk pin, that works well.
Yeah, so it's going to work for all different types of vapors.
My wife likes dripping on this. She's not a huge fan of dripping in general, but she enjoys using this, which is kind of nice.
Squonk. This is the first time I got the squonk, guys, so I'm a little excited. Everybody keeps, have you squonked? Are you a squonker yet?
Right.
We're going to get into that more when we review this RAM box, but squonking, it's fun.
You can fit a nice size build in here. I've got triple core, what are they? Triple core stainless steel aliens. They're 28 gauge aliens, 7 wraps, I believe, and I've still got plenty of room in there.
Yeah, lots of room to build on. Like I said, I guess it's not really a con, it's just a learning curve, I guess you could call it. You're going to have to use a little bit more cotton just because of how deep the juice well is.
You do need a little more cotton.
But after the first time I built it, I was like, oh, okay, that's a little weird. But then the second time I was like, no, I just got to snip off just a smidge, little less cotton, and you're good to go. Like I said, guys, obviously when you pour your juice down in there, it goes directly on the coils,
right where you need it to, which is always nice. Just right through the middle.
And like I said, the build deck, it's not exactly revolutionary, but at the same time, it's simple, super easy to build on.
It's simple and it's not a velocity deck. Huge.
Exactly. Yeah. Right off the bat. Yeah, guys. So would I recommend it?
Absolutely. This comes highly recommended. Would I buy another one? Without
and the nice thing about it is I can recommend it safely, saying between whether you're a beginner dripper or you're an experienced dripper, I think that the Peerless deserves a fair throw.
Yeah.
So
anybody want to check out the Peerless, don't even question it, just do it. It's a great vape. It's easy to build on. There's a lot of pros. It's cheap. I think it's just if I was gonna sum up this RDA and anything, I think it's an amazing vape for the guy that wants to get into dripping and not have to spend a shit ton of money to do it. You know what I mean? You don't have, 25 for what the cost of the fill up a compact car. You can have yourself a really good RDA. You know what I mean? Yeah, comes highly recommended. Would absolutely buy it again.
I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 stars. Well, we usually do a 10-star scale, so I'm gonna give it an 8. 8 out of 10. 74 out of 75 stars. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, the O-rings could use a little bit of work. Other than that, I really don't have any, any other cons that you might have with it. They've taken care of, such as the top cap and everything else, 810 compatible. The only thing I'm not crazy fan of, and it's not just this RDA, it's any RDA, is I don't like hex head screws because they just round out so easily. But they've heat treated these, so that kind of helps take care of that a little bit. Yeah, I guess you could. So it hardens it a little bit. So I haven't had any issues with any of these stripping, and I've built on this 100 times. So that could be kind of a subjective thing. But otherwise, guys, yeah, the Peerless is definitely a win. Solid. What are we been saying now? Beard approved. Beard approved. Yeah. We're not gonna shave this off. This is we're gonna let it grow. Take that for whatever you want to mean. But yeah, guys, check out the Peerless. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. We've seen an unbelievable feedback recently, and it means the world to us. Like I said, guys, we really are excited with what's going on right now in the world of In Between Two Beards. We've got something special coming up for you guys. Ryan here's been working on something that's going to be pretty cool here in the future, so we'll give you more updates on that as soon as it comes. Later, but, like I said, we've actually had a couple of reach outs from manufacturers, possibly giving us some stuff to review. So, and that is all thanks to you guys. Yes, all thanks to you guys. The contacts that we've made, huge shout out. Keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep watching the videos, guys. If you have any comments, constructive criticism, fuck you guys, you suck, whatever. Rip Trippers is better. Oh my god. Leave it in the comments. You guys aren't as smooth as a gravy sandwich as he is. Real quick, I do have to give a big shout out to Own My Lanta on Instagram. I promised him I'd give him a shout out in this video. He has just been hands down a huge supporter of the channel, and we seriously appreciate that, man. So, Dan, you're awesome, man. Thank you, brother. But yeah, guys, hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all at In Between Two Beards. If you want to send us an email or just contact us, say, hey, what's up, send us an email at inbetweentwobeards@gmail.com. And I think that's it. Until next time, guys, vape on. Vape on, guys. Bow, bow.